Hi, everyone. I'm Tammy Fletcher, and I made the pet loss video here on YouTube just about exactly 10 years ago after the death of my first Great Dane, Sophia. That video has been seen 105,722 times, which is astounding to me. I made it more for my own healing, as well as the healing of some of my friends who were also going through pet loss. At the time, I remember looking around and not finding a lot of resources for us. My story of losing Sophia is on the original video if you want to see it, but I can say now, a decade later, that even though she was at peace after she passed away, we definitely were not. Now, I'm a licensed psychotherapist, and even I was not prepared for how agonizing it would be to go through the loss of a treasured pet. She was our family. So once I could form words, I made the pet loss video. Even all these years later, people post almost every day on the video, sharing what they've been through and how they are managing their grief after the loss of a pet. Now, we had quite a menagerie back then. We had 3 dogs and 2 cats. And as of right now, the only one left with us is one of the cats, and he's pushing 14. It never gets easier to say goodbye to a pet. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure that it should. So whatever you are going through, it's good to share your grief with others who understand. There are hundreds of pet loss videos on YouTube now, and lots of support, lots of information out there for anyone who needs it. I appreciate each and every one of you who has taken a minute to watch mine and to post your story. Several of you have reminded me through the years that people who lose pets unexpectedly due to an accident or an unexpected illness have their own set of grief complications, and they may grieve differently. Additionally, since the pandemic, many of us have had to say goodbye to a pet and then hand them over to a technician or the vet and not be able to enter the clinic with them when they are put to sleep. This happened to us with one of our cats, and it still haunts us to this day that we couldn't be there with her. For some of you, this loss can lead you to feel like life is not worth living. If you feel this way, please reach out to friends, family, your doctor, or a crisis hotline to support you through this. I do want to take a moment to address a couple of the most common questions that I've received over the last 10 years since the original video. The most common question by far is, how long does grieving last? There's really no answer for that. Grief isn't experienced in a linear fashion. Those of you who are familiar with Dr. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross's 5 stages of grief may wonder why they made it all the way through to depression, but then bounced right back to anger. Isn't acceptance supposed to come after depression? But again, that's not how grief works. It doesn't follow a predictable trajectory forward through the experience. Now, I don't know how long your grief cycle will last, but there are a few things that you can do to help yourself through the pain. First, you can talk to others who understand. Watch some videos here on YouTube, post your story if you'd like to, talk to friends or family who've been through the same thing. 2, check into support groups online or in your area. 3, take care of your own needs: food, water, sleep, exercise if you can. Another common question is, should I get another dog? I don't know the answer to that one either. You may start to detect a pattern here. Each person's grief is so personal and subjective. There's no one-size-fits-all answer for an individual's grief journey. Now, that said, when it comes to the question of, do I get another pet? I've heard 2 kinds of responses. The first one being, I will never get another pet because I will never go through this kind of pain again. The other being, I'm deeply sad, but I do want to bring another pet home when I'm ready. I can honor the pet that I lost by giving a home to another pet that needs it. Now, is one of those more correct than the other? No. It depends on where you are, and each person is going to be different. So thank you for letting me share in so many of your journeys and letting me share mine with you. I welcome your posts here or on the other original video and your stories about your pets and letting us know how you're doing with your grief. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.